Good evening, everybody. Welcome to this evening's performance. So nice to see so many familiar faces. Tonight, we will be celebrating Wayne Harrott's dream of his dear radio station, Seaside FM, 22 years on air. Please give that a hand. This evening, we will be bringing you many musical hits that you will, most likely by looking at faces here, remember from your teen years. Now, throughout the night, there'll be various different special moments. One will be a tribute to Frank Cameron, who we dearly miss. And I know Frank was the oldest teenager of Nova Scotia, but I do know he most likely shaped, introduced music that you learned to love and shaped a lot of your teen years. We also want to honor two special broadcasters that recently retired, and we dearly miss their programs and the music they brought us, but we just want to let them know that they will be dearly missed and loved as well, and appreciated for the contributions they made to our airwaves. So I hope you enjoy the evening. Without further ado, please enjoy our production. Thank you for the music.
Although Wayne left us on August 14th, 2021, his vision of protecting and preserving the music and broadcasting style that past generations have loved so well has lived on at his radio station, which is not so little anymore. This special torch has been passed on to the capable hands of those walking in the footsteps he left us, and even to a younger generation.
It was in 2006 when Wayne convinced the most popular and well-loved DJ in the Maritimes to bring his broadcasting charm to the radio station in Eastern Passage. And so, to much of the delight of the faithful listeners, Frank Cameron added his familiar voice and radio personality to the Seaside airwaves. Although Frank has left us this year, the laughs, the music he brought us throughout the decades shaped our youth, leaving lasting impressions and a lifetime of memories.
Many voices have helped to build the legacy Wayne left us all, including the voice of Martin Usher. Martin liked to play his listeners' requests and all favorites while including the sounds of jazz. This year, Martin decided it was time to step back from the radio mic, leaving us with many musical memories from his years on the air. Throughout 22 years on air, Seaside has had many faithful volunteers help to build the dream that Wayne envisioned.
Roger LeDrew joined Seaside family in 2003, adding his popular musical programs to the airways for over 20 years. It was in January of this year that Roger decided it was time to pass his mic to another voice. Yes, it's those radio voices, those personalities that will continue to keep the music we love and cherish near and dear to our hearts.
Seaside, play a simple melody. My mother sang to me. One with good old-fashioned harmony. Play a simple melody.
There is a station with a great reputation, to the Seaside FM. They play the music from when you were much younger than then. They play the songs you remember, memories they will render, take you back to a time when music was so divine. Just tune to Seaside FM.
My mother sang to me. One with good old-fashioned harmony. Play a simple melody.
Playing on the company of the tune, the jump and you get my fun. That's because I want to play for a regular traditional melody.
We found the cordless mic. George had it.
America's all-time favorite little girl. And ideal recreates Shirley in these beautiful Shirley Temple dolls that have taken the country by storm. 4 sizes, 12 inches, 15 inches, 17 inches, and 19 inches. Each doll has blonde, curly, rooted satin hair, dimpled cheeks, and they're complete with lovely dresses, slips, shoes, socks, and a purse. And what little girl, little hostess, wouldn't enjoy a tea party with these charming Shirley Temple tea sets? The plates and saucers have Shirley's monogram. The sturdy plastic cups, teapot, and creamer each have a cameo in Shirley. And here is how every little girl in your neighborhood will be told about the great Shirley Temple dolls and tea sets on every important children's program in the New York metropolitan area.
Once there was a glamorous movie star who did the most marvelous things. A little girl named Shirley Temple. She had a pony to play with, drove her own car. She was so beautiful, Ideal has made a doll that looks just like her, a Shirley Temple doll. Same dimples, same golden curls, you can really shampoo. And when you kiss her, her skin feels almost real. Your Shirley Temple doll comes all dressed up and just loves to have tea parties with her very own Shirley Temple tea set. Wouldn't you like to have a Shirley Temple doll? You can. She is waiting for you at your favorite toy store, along with the Shirley Temple tea set with Shirley Temple's picture or monogram on every piece.
She's a wonderful doll. She's ideal.
Well, everybody.
America's all-time favorite little girl.
Turn that off.
recreation.
There we go. Well, everybody, this is Josephina. Josephina, will you say hello to everybody?
Hello, everybody.
Now, Josephina, will you tell this lovely audience what you love to do?
Yeah.
What do you love to do?
Listen to Seaside from on the radio.
You do! And what else do you love to do?
Eat candy.
Oh, well, if you like to eat candy, what's your favorite kind of candy?
Lollipops.
Lollipops? Well, I think Auntie Shanti brought some candy that we can bring out here tonight. Do I have some candy attendants, maybe? We'll see if they're ready. Oh, look at this. We've got candy even on stage tonight. Look at that. Now, Josephina, I noticed that you have curly hair like Auntie Shanti. Now, who else has curly hair?
Shirley Temple.
What? Well, if you love to eat lollipops and you have curly hair like Shirley Temple, will you sing Good Ship Lollipop?
Yeah, I will.
Okay, you did it.
I throw away my toy, even my drum and train. I want to make some noise with real airplanes. Someday I'm going to fly. I'll be a pirate too. And if I do, how would you like to be my crew? On the good ship, lollipop, it's a sweet trip to a candy shop where bonbons play on a sunny beach of Peppermint Bay. Lemonade stands everywhere, Jack, Ben, Rosie, Elle, do you all happy when I go?
Are we on the air? Or are we off the air? I'm Gordon Heffler, the host of Look for a Star, which is on Sunday nights on Seaside from 6 until 8 p.m. and repeats on Tuesday. And also, I'm the chief engineer for the station to keep them on the air or get involved when they're off the air, which sometimes happens. My relationship with Frank Cameron is what I'm here to talk to you about. It goes back to 1959, when he was just new at CHNS. I was 13 years old, and listening up to that point to CJCH, 9:20 a.m., Sandy Hoyt and his Coca-Cola Club. I was a member of the Coca-Cola Club and totally addicted to radio. Well, that all changed when Frank Cameron arrived at CHNS, started doing his program from 6:30 until 9 o'clock, and my homework took a beating because I just sat there and listened to him, called in on his contests, and was part of the CHNS crew. My radio never went back to 9:20. 5 nights a week, I listened to Frank. I would even occasionally call in and try to qualify for a contest. He'd give away records and little things that, you know, didn't have a lot of value, but it was worth beating the phones to death to try and get a contest win. In 1960, a year after Frank started with CHNS, I was friends with a girl who lived in Shannon Park. Now, her father was a member of the Royal Canadian Navy, and I got to go over at her invitation numerous times to dances at Shannon Park. And the place they held them there was called Teen Town. And they were hosted occasionally by Frank Cameron, who would come on the weekends, probably to make an extra $1, playing the music at Teen Town, and he'd be up on stage with his little turntables and a few things. He'd come as a solo act, and he would sit during the whole evening, do his announcing from there, and play all the pop music for all of us teenagers. I wasn't a big dancer, but I sure liked going to that Teen Town dance because I got to go up on the stage and talk to Frank. And I bent his ear numerous times there, and he was just the kind of guy that would talk to you. You know, if you were going to talk radio, he loved it. So that led to him inviting me to go to CHNS on Tobin Street a few times and during his show and watch how he did radio. So it was during that time that I decided I was going to set up my own radio station, and I did. I had a miniature radio station in an apartment in my mom and dad's house, and I modeled the whole thing after what I saw with Frank Cameron at CHNS. Now, I had a reel-to-reel tape recorder because I didn't have enough money to buy all the records that CHNS had, but I used to record them off the radio, and occasionally, just to tell you the timbre of Frank Cameron, I would call him up and say, Frank, I need to get this song recorded. Can you play it clean instead of talking over the front or the back of it? And he would do it. He would say, okay, right after the 7 o'clock news tonight, put your recorder on. Away we'd go. So now, Frank was really amicable, both on the phone, and if you listened on the radio, you felt sometimes like kindred with him, because he was just what you all remember him recently. He was a funny guy. He loved to do little jokes, but he could also be a very serious guy if he wanted to. He was just a good guy on radio, phone, and really in person. Radio misses Frank, and I miss Frank Cameron.
Oh, when together through all the years will take away these tears. It's okay now. Goodbye, my friend. I've seen a lot of things that make me crazy, and I guess I held on to you. We could have run away and left, well maybe, but it wasn't time and we both knew. So goodbye, my friend. I know I'll never see you again, but the time together through all the years will take away these tears. It's okay now. Goodbye, my friend. Love's so fragile, love's so pure. We can't hold on, but we try. We watch how quickly it disappears, and we never know why. But I'm okay now. Goodbye, my friend. You can go now. Goodbye, my friend. Thank you for the music, the songs I'm singing. Thanks for all the joy they're bringing. Who can live without it? I ask in all honesty. What would life be without a song or a dance? What are we? So I say thank you for the music, for giving it to me. So I say thank you for the music, for giving it to me.
Three o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11, 12, 12, we're going to go, we're going to rock. Around, rock, get down, get down. Nice stop, show the high. Have some fun with the punch dress. Rock, rock, around, rock, tonight. We're going to rock, 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 tonight. We're going to rock, rock, around, rock, tonight. 1, 2, 3, 4. The band comes down with a yell. Rock, rock, around, rock, tonight. We're going to rock, 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 rock.
Yeah, he rocks to the east, he rocks to the west. He's the guy that I love best. Tutti frutti, oh yeah. Tutti frutti, oh yeah. Tutti frutti, oh yeah. Tutti frutti, oh yeah. Tutti Gordon missed his cue.
Okay.
We'll wait for him though.
Are we on the air?
You're allowed on the air.
Well, that was just like a visit back to the
We were
50s.
just teasing him with what's coming next.
Yeah, right, I can tell. Back in the 50s, where we just were with a lot of that music, Frank was in Glasgow and on radio. He moved up to Truro, CKCL, and then, as I said earlier, in 1959, he blew the doors off Halifax at CHNS. And we went they went top 40. Then Frank didn't want to do top 40. He wanted to make it different. He went top 60. Okay, so his surveys that we could get every week at the record store said CHNS top 60 survey. Back in those days, there was an operator in the master control room who played the music, spun the disc, queued them up, waved to the talent who were through the window in their own studio with their little script. And so that was Frank's way of getting going in radio. But in 1960, the decisions were made in radio stations all across Canada that no longer are we going to have two people, we're going to just have the disc jockey, we're going to move him up to the control room, have him cue his own records and play them and so on. When that happened to Frank at CHNS, he decided that he was kind of missing the banter, because Frank would banter back and forth with his operator through the glass. So he invented his own co-host, a guy by the name of Arthur Zilch. And Frank did Arthur's voice and his own voice, and if you listened, you would swear that there were two people in the studio. In fact, I was so infatuated with radio that I was able to do Arthur's voice too. So if you're really around, Frank, this is Arthur, and I'll help you do your show. So that's what Arthur sounded like. So I'm betting there are many stories of how Frank Cameron affected the course of the lives of people around him, that listened to him, that he interrelated with, and myself included. So to honor his memory, I'm going to tell you exactly how he affected my entire life career. It was June of 1965, and I was nearing the end of my high school, looking forward to graduation and out of QEH in grade 12. And I was still a radio geek, so I was spending time with Frank and so on. So on one of my trips down to CHNS, I went in and I shared my thoughts with Frank. My thoughts were, I'm going to be a disc jockey just like you. Now, that was despite my father's wishes, who didn't really think that was a good way to go. But anyway, that's the way it is. So I said, Frank, I'm going to be a disc jockey like you. Can you get me into CHNS? His quote, and I'm going to read it to you off the script because I will remember this for the rest of my life. Gordon, if you don't mind working for little pay because you love doing a radio job, then come along and I'll get you in. But if you're interested in money, forget it. Well, he went on to say that after 9 years in radio at that point, he was making $108 a week. Well, that didn't sound like a lot of money even back then to me. It was at that point that Frank Cameron changed my life, because I took a technical job with a international company, and spent 32 years in that career before I worked my way back to radio. Thank you, Wayne Herod, because he got me back there. This is only one of the stories, and I'm sure there's many, 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 but I'm sure these stories greatly affected the way that people's lives were actually affected by Frank on the radio. We were back then simpler times. The music was simple, and radio was a lot simpler than it is now. And our heroes were on the radio, not on the television, not on the stage. They were on the radio. I know that was the case with me and Frank. So, Frank, you were one of those heroes for sure. Thank you. We went from the 50s up to the 60s there with the Beatle medley there. You know, back in September of '64, the radio buzz was that there was a new group called the Beatles and they were going to make it big. Frank Cameron took one look at them and said, "Those boys will never make it unless they get their hair cut." That's a fact. So it was, I think management at CHNS had a hand in arranging for Frank Cameron to run contests on the station to get people, mostly teenagers of course, to call in and win a chance to have a trip to Toronto to see the Beatles. And they were playing at Maple Leaf Gardens, and after a number of contests, Frank and 12 teenagers, not me, took off by plane to Toronto and took in that performance by the Beatles, which was one of the first performances in Canada by that group. However, when Frank got back, he did a monologue on CHNS, and it was done in production there, and he went and did his impression of each one of the Beatles individually. It was about a 4-minute monologue, and it was very complimentary to each one of the Beatles. So it certainly had changed his view of the Beatles about their haircut and about their success. So that's one of the things that I remember about Frank. Now also, he had a skill of attracting both listeners and TV viewers. Because he got this Frank's Bandstand thing on TV, and there was just as many people were listening to him on the radio were watching him weekly on TV at that Bandstand show. So those were the teen pop years, the 60s, the early, mid, and late 60s. Well, later on, he would go ahead and have a full career with the CBC, because he'd be doing the weather with Doug Saunders, and the bantering would just continue. It was really something to see on the late 11 o'clock weather forecast. He Frank Cameron topped off that whole illustrious broadcast career, radio and TV, here at Seaside FM. He once again attracted an audience, and most of the audience, or many of the audience, myself included, grew up with him in the 1950s and 60s, and here we are back listening to him from 2006 on Seaside FM. So I guess we were mature listeners at that point. At any rate, he could make you laugh or cry, and he certainly was unique. He was a very emotional man when he lost friends as they passed away, and he did tributes to them on the air. But I have one last thing I have to tell you about, and that is that Frank's favorite Beach Boys song was the Help Me Rhonda, and we're going to have the group here do it for you. But I have to say, before I close, that here at Seaside, we're proud to say that we knew Frank Cameron. Thanks for the memories.
She let
Love me tender, love me sweet.
And of course, Jailhouse Rock.
This
amazing RCA 2 album package is not available in stores. You'll also get Now or Never.
It's now or never.
Return to Sender.
Return to sender.
And the happy Good Luck Charm.
Come on and be my love.
And that's just some of Elvis' greatest hits on these two fantastic albums. There's All Shook Up.
I'm in love. I'm all shook up.
Teddy Bear. Hard-headed Woman.
Well, a hard-headed woman, soft-hearted man, when it comes to trouble,
And the beautiful Can't Help Falling in Love with You.
Wise men say.
You get all these great hits and so many more in this and now. It's the big hits of Elvis Presley exclusively in this new RCA 2 album collector's edition. Elvis, his great hits. Yours for the amazing low price of just $7.98. Only by mail. Don't miss out. Send rewards.
Baby, let me be your loving teddy bear. Put a chain around my neck and lead me anywhere. Oh, let me be.
Oh, let me be
Your teddy bear.
up and out.
I don't want to be a tiger, 'cause tigers play too rough. I don't want to be a lion, 'cause lions ain't the kind you love enough. Or you want to be your teddy bear. Put a chain around my neck and lead me anywhere. Oh, let me be your teddy bear. Baby, let me be around you every night. I run your fingers through my hair. It cuddles me real tight. Oh, let me be your teddy bear. I don't want to be a tiger, 'cause tigers play too rough. I don't want to be a lion, 'cause lions ain't the kind you love enough. You want to be your teddy bear. Put a chain around my neck and lead me anywhere. Oh, let me be your teddy bear. Oh, let me be your teddy bear. I just want to be your teddy bear. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great audience.
Well, good evening, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the first half, and after all those great songs, I hope we have more for you in the second half. That was a great medley of terrific songs there, and we appreciate you being here tonight at another Oakwood show in conjunction with Seaside. They're Chantel and the gang. They're very too good to Seaside. They treat us so well, and many of you might have been at our birthday celebration in early August at the, I call it across the street, a meet and greet across the street. And I used to say on the air, just to tease Wayne, I would say, meet and greet across the street. It's the meet and greet and eat if you get there before Wayne does. We used to love to tease him about that. And this particular half of the show, we're going to honor, of course, a couple of broadcasters who had lengthy careers at Seaside, and one of them is here tonight. Roger LeDrew is here tonight. Martin Usher will be at tomorrow night's show. But first of all, I'll tell you about Martin Usher and honor his he was there from right from 2002, our first year on the air, actually. Talking to Martin this afternoon, he told me he actually started with his Thursday night show, Jazz and Then Some. And I thought he started with the Sunday morning before that, but that came about a month later. But he was with us from 2002. Martin lost his wife a few months ago. She passed away after a lengthy illness, and he was mainly had to leave and retire to take care of her, really, at the time. But we're going to honor Martin tonight, of course, and his Sunday morning show. One of the highlights I remember on his Sunday morning show was a Broadway musical moment. I usually would be on the way into the station at that time and didn't hear his Broadway salute there around 11 o'clock on Sunday. But the Irving Berlin song, Putting on the Ritz, that was first introduced in 1930 by Harry Richmond. Not enough that Irving Berlin wrote White Christmas, but he had to write Putting on the Ritz too. I don't think he needed the money there, but he was a prolific writer. And throughout the decades, that popular song has appeared in numerous Broadway musicals. And tonight the cast is going to perform this familiar hit with the help of a very special saxophone player. Here is Putting on the Ritz. Of course, Martin showed that Sunday morning, of course, Seaside Sunday morning, when he did retire, at his final show on Sunday, I thanked Martin for setting the table for me, and that meant he was on before me every Sunday the last 21 or 22 years, and always there. And Martin was so dedicated, he could have just waited till 10 o'clock when the music started, but he'd get there early to make sure he prepared all the sports and the news and the weather too. He was committed to that. And he also had the other show, of course, that he was very attached to, and he even would get in there on wintry nights or cold, dark nights in the fall and winter. On a Thursday night between 8 and 10, his Jazz and Then Some, and he'd be lugging CDs up those back stairs. And sometimes in cold, stormy weather, but he always got in there. He had quite the dedication. Martin's not here this evening, but he will be at tomorrow night's show. And that show, of course, Jazz and Then Some, 8 until 10 o'clock. And we had many fans over the years. Tonight we're going to bring a little of that jazz flavor to our stage. The next performance will feature a fun song by a special Canadian band leader and violinist. I didn't know he was born in Ontario, a gentleman by the name of Guy Lombardo, known for many, many years, of course, especially around New Year's Eve. But we're going to, and he was known for his sweet jazz style. So here with one of those Guy Lombardo songs, one I think we all know. The song is called Enjoy Yourself.
Later than you think.
Gonna take that ocean trip, no matter come what may. You've got your reservations made, but you just can't get away. Next year for sure, you'll see the world. You'll really get around. But how can you travel when you're 6 feet underground?
You worry when it's hot. You worry when you're doing well. You worry when you're not.
It's worry, worry all the time. You don't know how to laugh. They'll think of something funny when they're at your epitaph.
Enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. Enjoy yourself while you're still in the pink. The years go by as quickly as a wink. Enjoy yourself, enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. You need a song to lift you up. No need for feeling down. You want to hear those songs you love and hear those happy sounds. Your radio is turned way up to 105.9. At Seaside FM you will find that music's so divine. So enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. Enjoy yourself while you're still in the pink. The years go by as quickly as a wink. Enjoy yourself, enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. Enjoy yourself, enjoy yourself. It's later than you think.
You've got a friend you can always turn to.
105.9 Seaside FM.
I've heard that jingle before in my sleep, I think. Another broadcaster we're honoring this evening, and he is here this evening too, is Roger LeDrew. And I was talking to Roger earlier this afternoon, and he told me that he may not have started right in 2002 officially when we first went on the air, but it was a few months later certainly by 2003, that's for sure. And over the years, Roger told me, he reminded me, he started calling the show on Wednesday night the Big Band Show. Then it was called Anything Goes. Not sure if he made up his mind very much. And then for the third go-around, and up until recently, Down the Road a Piece, a real neat name for a show there. And I remember tuning in on Wednesday night, and Roger at the very beginning would say, well, play a song, any year, any genre, any just anything goes kind of thing. Of course, that was the name of his second show. But I don't think I'd be that brave and ready to play anything out there that the listeners wanted to hear. But you can always say, oh, we can't quite find that one. But Roger did his very best, that's for sure. But Roger had the popular program on Wednesday night, and in recent years, excuse me, called Down the Road a Piece. I don't drink enough water. Tonight the band is going to perform this catchy boogie-woogie style. I never thought at this age I'd be on stage on a Tuesday night using the term boogie-woogie style theme song to that show. But that's what we're going to hear right now, popularized on Roger's show on Wednesday night. So here's the whole group here to do Down the Road a Piece.
Actually, we have a jingle we didn't do, Paul.
Oh, okay.
We will do that right after.
All right.
Seaside play us a tune, play us Chuck Berry or even Babu. Bring out those records from when we were younger, those happy songs that we will all remember. Seaside, play Babs Domino, play us the Beatles and the Rolling Stones, play those songs when we were Seaside FM, bring memories. Seaside FM, play us a tune. Even Bing Crosby, we love how we cruise. Bring out those records from when we were younger, those happy songs that we will all remember. Seaside, play Benny King, play Gordon Lightfoot, and then Brenda Lee. Play those songs when we were teens. Seaside FM, bring memories. Seaside FM, play us a tune, maybe a little jazz or some rhythm and blues. We love to hear the small songs of classic old country, and don't forget to play some Elvis Presley. Seaside FM, I need to hear a little gospel to bring me some cheer. So play those songs when we were teens. Seaside FM, play us, please, please, please. Seaside FM, bring memories.
Well, Paul introduces next segment. Roger the Drew, this is your song. Now the band can start. Well, if you wanna hear some boogie, like I'm gonna play the chest old piano, the star got bass. The drummer was the boy they called the Charlie McBoy. You all remember that rubber-legged boy? Well, he's cooking chicken pie and making grease. Come on, now down the road a piece, down the road a piece. There's a jumping place, down the road a piece. You gotta rock out days, down the road a piece. There's a rubber-legged boy, down the road a piece. They call Charlie McBoy. Well, he's cooking chicken pie and making grease. Come
get the short bill. Down the road of peace, like an old steam trail. Mama's cooking chicken fried and bacon grease. Come on, down the road of peace. Down the road, take it away, Zach. Down the road of peace. Down the road of peace. Down the road of peace. One more time. Down the road of peace. 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 Down the road of chicken fried and bacon grease. Come on, let's down the road of
Isn't it a great band up here? Now, I will admit, I was a big fan of Roger's show. Every Wednesday night, I'm cooking at 8 o'clock in my kitchen, and I always tuned into his program, and so this song was always the start of my baking spree. So, thank you, Roger, for allowing us to honor your music tonight.
And as many listeners would know, many regular listeners would know, on his on Roger's Down the Road of Peace show, and he'd always pre-promote this, a Latin-flavored music moment, and he would always play a musical favorite after he promoted that. And tonight we're going to bring you back to a special musical moment along the way that I'm sure happened on one of Roger's shows, sung first popularized by Dean Martin, one of our all-time favorite singers. He first recorded this song, Sway, back in 1954. So here we go with the song, Sway.
Dance with me, sway, sway.
rendition of that song, first popularized by Dino. Well, as you know, Roger not only has a passion for music, but also for gardening. And I know Cindy Harrod really appreciates Roger's help when it comes to gardening. And even when he was struggling with some health issues, he'd drive in from the valley and help out when he could to make the outside of the building where we are, an Eastern Passage there, look so much better. So we really appreciate that. I know Cindy certainly does, that's for sure. And to highlight Roger's French roots and military background, we thought it only fitting that the next classic song will be a French song, and it was released in 1947, followed the aftermath of World War II, and talked directly to the hearts of those who had suffered, encouraging those to look at life with optimism a little more often after all the tragedy. And tonight, to honor Roger's military career time, playing the saxophone, Chantel and Jim together to perform Le Vien Rose.
Thank you.
I knew that would be a show stealer right there with Jim Francis and Chantal Beaulieu together, playing, hope I didn't mess up that pronunciation, La Vie en Rose. Very nicely done. Well, Roger, we thank you for all your wonderful years at Seaside. Chantal and I actually have a little presentation for you, and we'd like you to come up here. You drove all the way from the valleys, an hour and a half today to get here. And we have a presentation for Roger LeDrew right now. Thank him for his nearly 22 years with Seaside.
Good evening, everyone. I am delighted to be here this evening. It is so much fun, and I have to say thank you to Chantal for putting on such a wonderful production tonight. Would you agree? And how about the beautiful voices? All the singing, isn't that something else? And what about the musicians, the band? Hooray! Great band. When I was at Seaside FM, I had many wonderful years with Wayne, Tarek, and Martin and I started a little bit earlier than Frank did. But when Frank came along, I'm wondering if you could just imagine what the three of us were like together. Well, we like this, or I like that, and you like this. It was really a lot of fun. And today, I want you to know that Seaside FM is in good shape. It is in good hands. We have tremendous leadership, veteran broadcasters. We have a great management team. And we also have a quiet hand behind the scenes too. A quiet hand that keeps an eye on the station, and a quiet hand that guides us with music. And I'm telling you, it's Wayne's sister, Cindy Harrod. How about that? Stand up, Cindy. You deserve it. You're always there. So, I have to tell you this little story. My wife, Patricia, and I were driving over the mountain on the way to Parker's Cove, and Cindy calls me back. And I pull over, and I stop. And we sit there and we talk about, I don't know, 20 minutes, something like that. And Cindy says to me, she says, Roger, you're not retiring. Don't say you're retiring. She says, just say that you're taking a break. And you know what? That meant a lot to me, because Cindy cares, and she's keeping Wayne's legacy alive. So we're all good, we're all well, and with Chantal and Oakwood helping us out, we're going to continue to do what we do. Thank you, you beautiful audience. Thank you for cheering us on. Thank you for your hope, and thank you for inspiring what we do.
Roger said Cindy was quiet? Actually, she's an awfully hard worker. Wayne and her had a pact before Wayne passed away. He said, you keep that station going, do what you have to do, rein in a few of those people there who might not, they need reining in, let's put it that way. Cindy does a wonderful job behind the scenes, she really does. She may slack off a little bit because it is NFL football season time, and she's a big Tom Brady fan. So every game Tom Brady's on Fox this year doing color, she'll be watching those games. Tom needs the money. What's his salary, Cindy? $200 million a year, something like that. But anyway, I don't want to keep us waiting too much longer here. We're going to hear a wonderful guitar player, a class act. When his wife married him, she hesitated in the early days because she found out he was a playboy. In the band, the Brunswick Playboys, that scared her a little bit. But George, I know we chatted earlier, and you're going to do a wonderful rendition. I know you will, and it's one you recorded. We get to play on Seaside, a song written, not American Pie, a song written by Don McLean. It's all yours. George, I knew you'd be one of the show stealers tonight with your rendition of Vincent, that's for sure. I was a Georgia Bear fan way back in Frank's bandstand days in 1965 because George was in a band in Moncton called the Brunswick Playboys. They had some great records at the time, long before Canadian content, and didn't realize, met George years later. He's one of my favorite guests to come in and co-host on that East Coast feeling. He's a tough guy to interview though, because he's very humble. So talented and very humble, and he's so respected in the music industry and has been for a long time. Anne Murray, though, she is the ultimate in tolerance. She put up with George in the band for over 30 years, and but he was always a class act. And they're still the best friends today.
I think everyone should know. Actually, it would be good to do a trivia how old George Bear is. But he just had his 80th birthday this year.
No. George, I knew it ended in a 0, but I thought it was 50. I have said to George, you make a lot of us men very mortal. You age so gracefully, George. What is your secret? But we have a presentation for you from Seaside and from Chantel and Oakwood, George. We have a presentation for you because you're such a class act and you have been for a long time.
And he's shaped the Nova Scotia music scene for years, an appreciation for your contribution to music. Thank you. And for always being willing to share your music.
Well, there you go. Chantel, there's still a few more tunes on in the show tonight.
Yes.
That's okay. I've been honored to be part of any Seaside show. I'm honored to be part of course. Even more so when Chantel Bolio and the Oakwood gang are involved as well. And you're such a wonderful promoter of Seaside wherever you go. And we appreciate that an awful lot. You're too much, right? She's too much. Thank you, Chantel.
Thank you, Paul. And thank you for being part of the night.
This is your home for the best music. 105.9 Seaside FM.
There's no shortage of good music on 105.9. There's a shortage on corn, a shortage on wheat. You got a shortage on beans, a shortage on meat. The things that you need, we just can't come by. Why there's even shortage on the air and sky. But there's no shortage of good music on 105.9. Da 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 da. There's a shortage on fuel, a shortage on gas, got a shortage on wood, a shortage on glass. The things that we wasted are now precious to us. Why there's even shortage on the air and sky. But I know there's no shortage of good music on 105.9. Seaside FM is our station. They play the best music in town. And when music needs inspiration, just turn up that dial. Those tunes never run out. Da 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 da. There's no shortage of good memories when turning on that dial. There's no shortage of good melodies, the songs will make you smile. But when you're in Seaside, there's one thing you'll find. There's no shortage of good music on 105.9. There's no shortage of good music on 105.9. Da 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 da.
George, give us your lowest bass one. What's your lowest one?
Wait just a second, I get down. I'd have to work on that. I can sing tenor too.
A warning and a prayer. safely back home before I die.
Well, it's been a wonderful night spending this evening just celebrating good music together. Thank you so much for coming out and supporting our shows. These shows are part of keeping Wayne's dream alive, and we raise money for the Wayne Herrick Scholarship, and it's also for helping to support the recreation services of our residents at Oakwood Terrace. So you showing up and contributing to this evening is supporting such a great cause. Give yourself a hand. These amazing performers behind me, musicians, singers, dancers, you've seen all the talent on this stage. These beautiful people just walk in my life. And I have these ideas of these shows. There's, an actor, a song, or a look, and they don't see what's in my head, but I give them the music. They just trust me. They do what I ask, and I never know how it's going to unfold till the actual night when we do it for you guys, because we're not a theater company. We don't meet regularly for rehearsals and have the space to figure out where we're on the stage. So we're figuring it out with you watching us half the time. And so, but they show up and they just give 100+%, and it just comes together as such a beautiful production. And so I'm so grateful for these beautiful volunteers behind me. Brian I won't say all their names because we'll be here all night, but Brian on the piano, George on the guitar, George on the tenor sax, who literally just sat in yesterday for the first time. So you're hearing him just play it on the spot, on the fly. Jim, of course, from Seaside fan, Jim Francis, who likes to listen to Jim on Seaside. Nelson here on the drums. We've got Olin on the bass, George Bear, who's no stranger, Charlene, Brian's sister. I should say Brian, Charlene's brother. Yes. And she's so talented helping. And then I'm going to bring my singers out. Where are they? So every summer we get music grants, and these lovely students, we've got Ava here, who joined us this summer, her first time doing one of these shows. We've been in place for our residents, and it's such a gift and a joy to them. Then we've got Dan in the sound booth from Life Branch, who is so amazing. Dan is the one, I give him the slides and all the videos and things, and he organizes it so it just flows. And we can't thank Dan enough for his support. He just goes above and beyond to make sure that these shows come together and we have the adequate time to prepare and to support the support that we need. And then my good colleague Melanie in the booth, who's been busy rolling the slides for us, keeping the lyric points up. So it takes many hands to make a show like this come together. And I'm just so grateful that these dedicated musicians and performers have provided such a beautiful night for you guys. And we want to keep on listening to Seaside. It's just such an honor to highlight this station. I love that I bring these young people on board, and they probably never heard of Seaside FM. And they never heard probably many of the songs. I say, okay, you're learning this, you're learning that. And then by the end of the summer, they're the biggest fans of Seaside. So, I love that we're passing the torch to a younger generation, and that's what music is about. So I think we should give them a good finale song. What do you think?
I
general manager of Seaside. Where is Sandy? Oh, there he is, to come up and say some closing comments.
Well, good evening, everyone. And how's everybody doing tonight? No. How about we can do better than that? How about, yes. As always, Oakwood always delivers. Chantel, what a great show. Everyone, thank you very much for doing this, especially for Seaside FM. We're very big fans of you as well. So I've got about 10, 12 pages here. We'll get you out here very soon. As you know, Seaside is celebrating 22 years on the air. And we've been broadcasting all those years from beautiful downtown Eastern Passage. And all of us at Seaside still believe in Wayne's dream. And every day, we try the best music we can, the best ones that we can find, to try to keep you informed with the latest news, weather, and to be your home for the best music. Now, to accomplish that feat, every day takes a lot of moving pieces, from our engineers, to our announcers, to our office staff. Everyone contributes their part to the whole to make the music that happens. One of the most important, though, participants of that process is you, the listener. Because without you listening, we're just music floating in the atmosphere. Without your actively listening to us, what would our purpose be? So, on behalf of all of us, everyone at CFEP 105.9, Seaside FM, we thank you. So you can see we wear our hearts on our sleeves at 105.9. And I got one little thing before we all go. May love and laughter light your days and warm your heart and home. May good and faithful friends be yours wherever you may roam. May peace and plenty bless your world with joy that long endures. And may all life's passing seasons bring the best to you and yours. Thanks, everyone. Until next time, I'm Sandy B. See you later.
Tomorrow night. We still have tickets available at the door. Fill these seats for us for tomorrow night. Thank you, everybody.